Hello everybody, Ghoster Queen here, and welcome back to another video. This is episode 3 of Wildermyth, and today we are going to be clearing out, we were going to be taking the fight to the Gorgons. I think, because of all the infected tiles and that kind of stuff, it's smart to just, and also our low level status, it is best right now to keep the group as one for leveling and general speed of things. See how I was talking about last episode how the hunters are really good at scouting. They each have a 3x multiplier to our timer, and as you can see, they're actually slightly pulling apart from our team, which you will notice better once they're low level. And our calamity thing, enough days have passed for them to start upgrading, where we can actually see 3 of the, here we can see all 5 of the factions, although the deepists are not present in this current, not chapter, because it's in this campaign. We will only experience the Dravelin, the Gorgons, which is the main focus of the chapter, the Morthagai, and the Thrixels. And we only have 2 legacy points, and ooh, that is kind of a pain if they have splash damage on that. But the extra health isn't that big of a deal. The +1 damage is kind of annoying, but we don't really have legacy points to spend, so we're just gonna have to take it. It really sucks that the raccoons get a double upgrade, but it is what it is. So we will continue scouting, where we have found a smithy, which will give us 3 iron at the end of each one. Technically speaking, we could just go, rush down the final thing, although actually... Oh, okay, yeah, we have to clear the land first, but yeah. But I do like to gather everything, and then this patrol will clear the infestation, but obviously takes more time. Oh, and Queen has now made a rival. Interesting. But now that that's gone, we can go ahead and assault this. Hey, I got a splinter. You say you got a splinter. Someone's hiding their feelings from me. Isn't that what they say? So I got a splinter? I can't tell who that is. You got a splinter? We're stopping for this. I got what looks like a... splinter. See? Sliding past an elm. Taken out plenty of my own before. How deep? The forge is just a bit further, so should this be our priority? Wow, that's some splinter. The more I look at it, the deeper in it seems to wriggle. Oh. So we get a nice romantic moment, or just a lot of wasted time talking about the splinter. So we'll be doing a D4 this time, because the D6 was just weird. 1 and 3 is option 1, 2 and 4. It is a 3. You get to be nice and romantic. Fantastic. Shh, love, you have such nice wrists. Now hold still. This won't hurt a bit. It won't. Ow! Whoops. But here it comes. Painless and easy. Enough! I got it. It's alright. Opponent holds long wetwood filament Quinette holds a long wetwood filament up to the light. How'd you get that thing stuck in you? It's huge. Quinette slips it into the corded pouch and places it in Queen's hand. Your blood's a bad thing to leave lying around. And with that, they carry on to the small fern smithy. Yeah, so before each assault, there is little like details and things like that. Not every place is necessarily hostile, but yeah. And so we are still seems like we have the courage modifier, which is nice, and we have ragers. And so the way it works is obviously this is not a +1 rager, and now the upgrades to them, like the bonus health and the tail spikes, is a direct buff to them, but like the buffed rager is a specific card that has been added to the deck. So you have a chance of pulling ordinary ones, or you have a chance of pulling the upgraded ones, if that makes sense. Okay. That didn't work. There we go. The foreground's really screwing with us. Okay, so I think once again it is a good idea to have, although we can go around the house as well, but I think having the fighter open the door, and then I will go ahead and move in and open door, which is where 2 of the enemies are. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I forgot the trap's up over there. Oh no, there is one right here. Oh, and he's already been hit by it. Nice. Oh, and there's the row. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hit that guy. And then we will move the archer right here. Unfortunately, there is some cover, but we have an 80% chance to hit. Beautiful. And then we will move you to right there with a 78% chance to hit. Beautiful. And we will withdraw that, which is a free once per turn. Do we have range to infuse anything in that room? We don't, which sucks. We'll then move to there, and then we can infuse this. Nice. And then we will go ahead and Splinter Blast using this one to right there to deal damage to those 2. And I also forgot, anytime you attack somebody from 2 different directions, you then get a 100% chance to hit. And there was the Lover's Vengeance also perking, because he had hit Queen. So yeah, it's a pretty simple combat for the early game. Late game, it definitely becomes, as there's a lot more enemies and that kind of stuff, it's a bit more spooky. Let's go ahead and give you the throwing net, because the other 2 had two-handed. See, and so now there's a new, a tier 1 version of that guy added to the deck. And so obviously more cards are also added, you know. So we can now secure this. We will go ahead and find an item. And let's have you 2 do it. Oh, that's running infected, huh? That sucks. I guess let's go scout that one then. Well, it's not infected. Oh, fuck, it's infected. Oh, crap, it's infected now. Luckily, it looks like we were able to scout it just fine. Under the setting sun, the profile of rocky hills catches Quinette's eyes. You think there's something up there? One way to know for sure. Upon the hill's summit, nothing's waiting for them. Well, there's a big rock and a couple of wind-worst old pines. Then it begins. The thrumming. It grows louder. And louder. And the stones underfoot shatters and shakes. It grows louder. Until it's a mighty growl. Clamorous. Thundering. And then it resolves. A voice. I am the one. A voice of a carnivore, cunning and crooning, warning them to run, promising to give chase. The one you have hunted so long, through darks and dreams. You have hunted so long for me, and for a sisterhood that should be yours. Do you know my name? A name? It was a gift I gave to your ancestors. They want my myth over green field and fallow, to the curves and corners of being they walked. Do you know my name? How? How would I? A blessing earned through ancient service, an oath written in steps and trails, and sealed with a name. You only need to know it. I'll ask you once more. Do you know my name? Lucius! It's like reading a fairy tale from your childhood, and only to realize how disturbing it is. Quinette doesn't like knowing the name, but she sure is right. Yes, I am Lucius, your wolf god. And now you may take my oath. Abandon your humanity, my girl, and be blessed as wolf kind. So, cool thing about this game is there are transformations where certain parts of your body, you know what? I think I'll just show you. I'm pretty sure I will pretty much go for like any transformations and that kind of stuff because it's cool and helps develop the characters further. It feels like coming home. Quinette kneels, and beneath her green light pools. Dandelions rise yellow out of the sparse, wind-scraped dirt. They grow old and white, throw their seeds, then wilt to nothing. The god rock she kneels upon hums. It cracks somewhere inside. A shrill, sundering howl reverberates in her skull. Feels like a thousand megalithic wasps are whining, trapped in this bone jar, teetering on her shaky shoulders. Quinette? So, her retirement age is increased by 4. But I do believe other things happen. So, obviously, she now has the head of a wolf. So she is now wolf-touched. So she now has a bite, allowing her to bite nearby foes to deal damage. And yeah. So as I was kind of explaining, you get certain transformations that occur based on certain ones, and also now in the newest DLC, apparently there are ways to you can actually customize them. Oh, you need to roll step 3 to do a patrol, which is tragic, but that's okay. So we will just finish securing the site. But yeah, so apparently there's ways for them to change. That's really weird that you're at the secured site, considering you're not. But yeah, all of this is the same text. And we got 3 ingots for it, as well as this. So we have increased crit chance, effectively. Being that you already know rivals have increased crit chance. So that would be either these 3, if they have rivalry. Or no, actually, I think everybody has a rivalry. Because these 2 are rivals, and then these 2 are rivals. So everybody has a rival chance. Let's do Cornette then, since she has both rival chance as well as lover's chance. And then we will have everybody go patrol. And in just a few more days, they'll get more Calamity cards, which does kind of suck, but there we go. And then let's go ahead and we can build a station for the cost of a legacy point, which will grant us some more stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do, in that case, a balance of the 2. There we go. Oh, I forgot that it doesn't give you those. Does it give you those now? It does not. I forgot about that. Okay, well, that'll be nice for the end of the chapter. And as you can see, we didn't end up needing to do a fight because of the because it was only an outfitter, which is pretty cool. Because not all squares are combats, if that makes sense. Oh boy. We do now have some legacy points to stop this stuff, but I don't think any of those are too bad. But yeah, anyways, we will continue to go do that, and we're about to have our first insurgent. And then we will quickly patrol this. There. And we do get to fight our first non-Gorgons. Did you see that huge moth that landed in Cornette's hair earlier today? How could I not? And you weren't gonna say anything. She walked around with it for an hour. Tell me a story before the embers die out. I just wanted to spend some time in a world where everything fits together nicely. Well, what would you like to hear? Once again, we'll go ahead and roll a 5, which would equate to a 2. How about the Fire Queen and the Raindrop? Plith described a bitter sorceress who ruled her realm with a fiery hand. One day, a raindrop fell onto her plate and told her of the suffering her acts had caused. Go on, little teardrop. Go on, little teardrop. She laughed and puffed a warm wind to dry it right up. But another raindrop fell on her table this time. This one she shriveled with a flick of her fingernail. But still, more fell. The sorceress began shooting gouts of flames and screaming the heat from the earth. But it wasn't enough. The rain fell with one voice, rising, and eventually the Flame Queen and her ancestry were washed away in a great torrent. And the raindrops all lived happily ever after. As those inspiring tales tend to. You asked for a story, you got a story, alright? And look at that. They gained temporary potency and things for sharing a story together. So we got some new enemies. Stump, who doesn't get a description because he already got buffs, which kind of sucks. But and then we also got 2 darts. But essentially it's a melee brute and some archers. Oh, look at that. Oh, and a leaf spirit. So these guys are really cool because they can upgrade the weapons of... they can essentially transform the weapons of those who get near them. But they also run away and will disappear in, as it said, like 4 turns. And they also can just walk through doors, as it will teleport across doors. So I'm gonna quickly just go chase it now. It's alright, little one. Can I tell Quinette about you? So we can enchant the tier 0 mace, which will replace it with a tier 1, or we can get a legacy point. I'm gonna get the enchanted mace. And then you do get to look at it before it does that. And so each element has a different thing. So like the leaf on stunt, it grants temp HP, which is pretty cool. And then I will also do the randomizer of names. So I roll a d4, I rolled a 2, so we'll randomize twice. The stout mace. And there we go, my frying pan has been transformed. Which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool way to add some different elements to upgrading into the story. Oh, we could poison all 3. Oh, I didn't realize they're all 3 right there. Perfect. Yeah, let's poison all 3 of them. Or at least try to. And yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually 90 degrees or more. Grants a 100% flank. Which is pretty cool. But of course, we're kind of fighting through a doorway, so it's pretty hard to... Oh, whoops, we have to move first. So let's move her forward. Infuse the chair, and have the chair splinter. Beautiful. And then we can go ahead and kill that dart. And hopefully Queen won't just get absolutely murdered. Oh, beautiful dodge. Oh god, Hughes. Another thing, technically speaking, when somebody dies, you can just reload. I will not be doing that. So if somebody dies because I'm an idiot, they die. Although, technically speaking, they retreat the first time, and then they will become maimed. And we will take that versus restarting. So yeah, let's go ahead, go back here, shoot. Ooh, nice stunt. Which now means we have increased stunt chance. So let's go ahead and move behind the stump, and smack him! Where we stunted, and now I have temp HP, which is pretty cool. We can then infuse that lantern. Oh, steal the fire. Yeet! And there we go. I think that should be the combat done. It is fantastic. Ooh, we got a staff. Of course we get a staff as soon as I give her something in her offhand. I mean, there's no point of replacing currently, but there's also no point of anybody else having a staff. So, as for normal, I guess we'll keep up the naming thing. I rolled a 1, so 1 randomize. Unraveler of the Tower. That's actually pretty fitting. Not gonna lie. Well, a half-buried crate is something. Anyway, let's see what you got. And nope, just some dusty pantaloons. Oh. Guess that's the adventuring life. Another battle won, so little to show for it. Hugh's time, at last. Who? Where? Been chasing you a long time. Don't tell me you've forgotten. Name's Thrist. Thrist the Spider. Any relation to the Lee Spider Brewhouse? Yes. Oh. You remember that night, Hughes? Stormy. Harvest in full swing. House was packed. You sidled up to the barkeep, told stories of the adventuring life, and a cache of rubies you didn't have time to hunt down. Drew a map on the back of a napkin to pay your tab. You sure you have the right time? I have a very sharp memory, and you have a very annoying face. Alright. So it was me. Maybe. That map's a real thing, probably. Well, as per always, we will go ahead and roll for the... it fell off the desk. We will roll for the answer. That's a 3, so he will settle his debt. That one would have been really fun, though. But 'tis what the dice wanted. I've done some things I'm not proud of in my lifetime. Don't want to make excuses, but I've always wanted to be more than I am. To have more. Little things, big things, doesn't matter. I just want things, and sometimes I can't afford them. Look, just tell me what I owe, and we'll leave it at that. What's so funny? I just came to give you this, by way of thanks. Thanks? What do you think we found at the end of the map? 2 to the barkeep next time you're in town. I'll give you a discount. Yo, we got some knee pads with increased stunt chance. Although, wait, who? Oh, I see. The mage. So I guess mages can't wear knee pads. Kit Kat mage. Being that you already have increased stunt chance, let's go ahead and increase the other rangers. I just feel like it's a really good thing to have. No, they have an even better. Oh, the storm throats. Oh, those guys are a pain. I hate that bird is so obnoxious. But anyways, we will see that another day. So I would like to thank you all for watching. Next episode, it looks like we'll be dealing with an incursion, which, you know, pretty spooky, but yeah. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!